What's up, guys? It's Birdsinthetrap MMA, and I'm back with a UFC 315 main event breakdown. And I think I'm going to predict a few other fights as well. So, with that being said, guys, I'm going to just go off the dome here. I don't have my slideshow ready like I have in the past. And really, my sentiment is on the screen, guys. Brain says Belal, but I'm picking JDM, alright? And let me explain that a little bit. I think that the smart pick is Belal, you know what I mean? And if you're going into this fight week confident in Belal, I totally understand it, you know, I get it. But here is why I think that JDM is an issue for Belal, alright? You see on my screen here, I have takedown defense is a myth, alright? Now, not for every fighter, you know, some guys have terrible takedown defense, and JDM is one of them. And a lot of people point to his takedown defense as a major problem. And there's no doubt that it is, but I don't think JDM is a takedown defense specialist. I think he's a get-up specialist, all right? Because, I mean, everyone points to the Burns fight, right? The Burns fight and the Hafez fight. The Hafez fight, really not a good look, but if you're watching this channel, I'm assuming you know the context behind it, all right? Double weight cut, and Hafez more than likely on some juice, right? Juicy juice boy. So that's the context there, right? And then the Burns fight, listen, this guy's fighting Gilbert fucking Burns, grappling specialist, maybe not a submission specialist, but definitely a control specialist, right? With a broken arm, and sure, he's getting controlled most of the fight, although that fight really is like 1-1 going into the third. JDM got the finish in the third. Man, third round, broken arm, scrambles up from bottom with Gilbert Burns, and the second they are on the feet, he's looking for the kill shot. And lucky for JDM, he found it. He got the kill shot. JDM has a strong will to win, right? And so with that being said, guys, I think this whole, but his takedown defense, watch him get up, all right? He's going to get up. Belal's going to take him down. I bet Belal is going to take him for a ride. You know what I mean? I'm sure he's going to put him in the air once or twice. But honestly, if Leon Edwards can reverse you, I think JDM's going to get it done. And I don't think JDM's going to get submitted. Not that Belal submits people, but, I mean, I was watching JDM fights, bro. He had a Volk performance pretty much against Ramazan Emeev, and he was in such a deep Darce choke, a Darce choke that most guys probably would tap to, right? But JDM stays calm, so calm in the cage. It's crazy how nonchalant he is in like every submission or every position. So look, the takedown defense, maybe it's not the greatest. All right, sure, you can defend a few takedowns, but sure, the takedown defense isn't amazing, but the get up is what's amazing. All right, and I think he's going to do it here. He's going to, what? So Belal's on top of him, right? JDM's on his back. You think he's not going to just go feet on hips and get up out of there? I think he is. All right, now, with that being said, Belal is a different fighter than anyone that he's done that against. But, guys, that's why I'm saying Brain says Belal, right? Now, another thing with JDM is he will make every moment on the feet count. His shot selection is absolutely elite, all right? This guy, he works the body, which not a lot of guys go for, and I think it's definitely open on Belal. Are you kidding me? The shot selection, when they're at distance, I think it's just going to be overwhelming. It's going to be unpredictable. And listen, I'm going with JDM because of the Leon Edwards fight. All right? Now, it's so easy to go back and just say, oh, well, Belal dominated him. Belal dominated him for certain rounds. You know what I mean? He got this big slam, and he made Leon look like an amateur. You know what I mean? Like, that was a great performance. However, every single time, maybe not every single time, maybe not the first round, but I'm pretty sure every single other time that Belal scored a takedown, Leon reversed it eventually. Maybe it took a while, but I know for a fact in the third round, I mean, Leon arguably wins the 3rd round. You know what I mean? And he definitely won the 5th round. So you could say that's a 3-2 fight, right? So that's why I say close with Leon. If Leon can scramble to your back, I think that JDM is going to be able to scramble up out, right? I don't think JDM is going to go for the back. I think he's going to just look to escape. Whereas I think Leon Edwards kind of tries to prove himself a little too much and be a crazy good mixed martial artist everywhere. When really the best thing for him is get the fuck up off the ground, right? Don't go for his back, stand up. JDM's going to stand up, all right? And the difference between JDM and Leon on a clinch break, right, or like a get up, Leon is just going to go right back to distance, throwing 2 strikes around, right? Like, JDM is going to catch him. JDM might be losing the rounds, but he's going to catch him on the feet, unless this goes all 25, and he doesn't, right? But I think it's just too dangerous to go 25 minutes with JDM, who has the ability to get up. And when he does get up, he's going to create car crash collisions, right? Right? Picture my hands as the fighters, right? Leon and Belal, they get close. They stay close the whole time, right? This is real high-level stuff right here, all right? Now, JDM and Belal, they're going to be getting close. And instead of separating and then going right back out to distance, they're going to be close. And then JDM's just going to pop, 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 pop. You get what I'm saying? And another thing that I want to say about Belal is he's got that big blockhead. And I don't think he wears damage well. He got cut bad by Leon with just 1 elbow. Right? Now, I'm not saying a cut is everything. But if it's early enough in the fight and JDM keeps going for more, yeah, it's going to be a bit of an issue. All right? Belal, I just can't see... Look, last time Belal fought a really good boxer was Jeff Neal. And Jeff Neal fucking pieced him up. He put that jab on him. Right? I think Belal just has a face and a stance built for just eating jabs off JDM. And I think they're going to add up on that big-ass nose. And I think Belal does have a great chin. Like, I think this is going to be a TKO, right? I don't think Belal will go out cold. But that's only because his big-ass head won't let him. But his big-ass head is going to wear a lot of damage, right? So, I think the jab is going to add up for JDM. I think if JDM goes for elbows on the ground, first of all, he's not going to do one and then try to be perfect and then maybe do another one like Leon Edwards, right? If JDM gets that position, no doubt about it. No doubt about it, he's going crazy, right? And if 2 or 3 of them get through, I think Belal's going to be busted open. Along with that jab on him, dude, JDM could even win a decision off of damage, right? Like, drop him twice and then damage him good another round. Come on. Now with Belal, alright? Belal, the pace is the one thing I'm a little worried for JDM. He's not gone 25 minutes. And Belal's pace, it is actually crazy. Like, it is insane how in the middle of his career, he just randomly is able to put an insane pace on you and grow shoulder deltoids that pop out more than he was in his 20s, right? It's a little weird. But with that being said, the pace from Belal is going to be an issue, and I think JDM definitely needs to pace himself. He can't empty the clip in the first 2 rounds. In fact, I think that JDM is going to win this fight in the 4th round. I see this being over halfway before JDM gets it. And like I said, JDM can be losing rounds, but I think he's going to make those car crash collisions count. And something I haven't even brought up is Belal's striking. Belal has good striking. He has great kicks, good kicks to the body, good head kicks every so often. But I'm not worried about JDM getting chinned. All right? And hey, maybe it can happen. Maybe Belal gets his first ever knockdown in the UFC and fucking finishes JDM. But I don't even think that's really worth entertaining, because that's just not going to happen. So with that being said, guys, I'm picking JDM to win in the 4th round. And this is a hard fight to pick. I would even say that this is a 50-50 fight to pick. I know a lot of people are leaning Belal, and Belal's definitely the favorite. And I haven't even checked, but I know Belal's the favorite. And at the end of the day, guys, I want to be the one that picks JDM. I know a few other guys are, but I want to get this one right. And brain says Belal, heart and what I feel is going to happen says JDM. Even if I don't love it for the UFC, because if JDM wins, we're probably going to have Islam versus JDM, which, I mean, who gives a fuck, really? Like for real, who actually cares about that? And whatever. That's a whole nother topic, really. But the way I see this playing out in my head is definitely JDM. So I'm picking JDM, 4th round TKO. Something up against the fence, probably like right after a clinch break. And I think JDM is going to surprise a lot of you with the not takedown defense, but the getting up afterward and the nonchalantness, right? He's not going to be panicking on the ground. Belal might threaten some submissions. He's going to keep it cool. And really, he's just going to pick the right shots. So, with that being said, guys, JDM 4th round TKO. Maybe not the smartest pick, but I think that's what we're going to see. And now, guys, I'm going to be talking about some other fights on the card here. And with that being said, listen, I could go through and give y'all main, like, full card picks. But if I'm being honest, man, like, who actually, like, this card is not that good. And I know that prelims are prelims, but, I mean, let's just quick fire, all right? Bekzat, Lee Ji-young, Marc-Andre, Navajo Sterling. I ain't touching this. Kutalaba versus Bukauskas. Probably Bukauskas, but I can definitely see Ion getting that one done. Andrade Jasudavicius. Give me Jasudavicius. All right. And Radke Malat. Probably Malat. Boring fight. Now, we're back. That was just a quick one. All right. Benoit Saint Denis, his career is saved. His career is saved by Joel Alvarez pulling out, because I was going to pick Joel Alvarez to fucking finish him in the 1st round. All right. But now Benoit Saint Denis is fighting Kyle Prepelec. And Kyle Prepelec, I don't know who this guy is, but I know he's not all that good. And I think that this is really just an easy win for Benoit, unless he's like completely fucked. But this will be a good, easy highlight for Benoit to maybe get some momentum back, get some of that confidence back. Because, man, if he were to fight Joel Alvarez, that would have been 3 L's in a row. And maybe not out of the UFC, but he'd be a prime example of someone who was rushed, right? So I'm going Benoit by finish. Definitely a finish, but probably a submission, actually. I was going to say knockout, but I think a submission is on our hands here. And then Alexa Grasso versus Natalia Silva. I'm not going to overthink this one. I'm going to go with Natalia Silva. Grasso is just not... I mean, she regressed throughout the trilogy with Shevchenko, right? And at the end of the day, Natalia Silva is kind of the answer to a lot of these fighters at the top of this division. I think Grasso's going to just be a little too timid on the feet and maybe not get out damaged, but out activitied, right? You following me? And I think Natalia Silva is going to win a mean unanimous decision. That's the people's main event. Feature fight, Jose Aldo versus Ariel Helwani. I'm picking Jose Aldo, and I'm going to pick Jose Aldo to actually get a TKO win. Jose Aldo has kind of been allergic to finishing fights in the bantamweight division, but I think this is the fight where he can get a finish. Bro, come on. I'm not about to sit here and justify why I'm picking Jose Aldo, one of the best fighters ever, over Ariel Helwani, all right? Give me Aldo by TKO. That's it. Zahabi, get up out of here. Shevchenko and Fiorot. All right, this one I'm not going to overthink either. Valentina Shevchenko. No. I'll say this about it. I think Manon Fiorot is crazy overrated going into this fight. She might perform well, but that's only something you know after the fact, right? The fact that Valentina, maybe she's not the underdog anymore, but I saw on DraftKings the other day she is the underdog, and I was like, man, that's free money right there. At the end of the day, this is Shevchenko's life. This is all she knows. And I think look, I didn't think Alexa Grasso could ever beat Shevchenko, but I definitely don't think Manon Fiorot is going to do it. So, give me Val. Give me Val by decision. Yeah, guys, that's the breakdown for the card, all right? I hope you enjoyed the video, all right? Just kind of a quick fire. And, yeah, enjoy the fights, guys. This card isn't the best, but, hey, we gonna watch. We gonna make do. And if JDM wins, it'll be a fun card, all right? And if Belal wins the decision, I'm still all right with it, because then we'll get Islam versus Topuria, and that's the fight to make in the UFC. Bye-bye.